What is up, everybody? Welcome to Tiffany's Tarot. I am Brian James, and with me always, because, well, hell, I don't know how to read the cards, Madame Tiffany.
Hello, everybody.
All right, guys, for those of you who don't know how this works, you send us a message and let us know you want your card read, and Tiffany here will read your tarot. So I'm going to pass the microphone on to Tiffany. And here we go. All right. Mr. Brian J. Laverty, Tiffany says, have a great show.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Brian J. Laverty, would you like your tarot cards read? Come on, folks. Let's get a move on. Tiffany is waiting. So, Tiffany, while we're... Oh, Mr. Laverty says, sure. Tiffany, he's our first victim. I mean, customer.
Okay, let me do a general. So, I'm going to do an oracle deck for you. So, the first card I have is Hope, Stargazing, Magical Gateway, Abundance. At the bottom of the deck, I have Light. The Fairy Queen of Light comes to shed love and light into your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate any darkness. So, you may have a situation where you were made clear about the fact that something came to you, was exposed. And I've been getting a lot of these for a lot of people. A lot of people are either going, something was exposed at their work or around close friends and family. There could have been a lot of things going on that maybe you were not made aware of, and now you are. For abundance, prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Here, no. So abundance can usually mean about money coming in, a new job opportunity, a new home, or a new car. Something about something in your life is going to gain more into your perspective. Magical gateway, it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. Yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly. So you have a new opportunity in some area of your life that you may be asked to come forward to, where abundance might actually be. Stargazing, when you gaze at the stars, you give yourself much more focus. Your intuition will follow freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. So, looking at stars may actually give you some peace of mind and clarity, but also it always helps to always broaden our horizons. And the last one is, of course, hope. In every situation in life, hope is necessary to move forward. And that's all I have for you.
Very well done. Thomas Lynch says, send it all ya. Love y'all for your splendid skills and talents. Mr.
Thank,
Brian J. Laverty says, great, and says, that's cool,
thank you.
and says, thank you. So, like we said in the beginning, folks, the way this works is you hop on and you tell us you would like a reading, and our wonderful Tiffany here will give you a reading out of how many different decks do you have, Tiffany?
Over 60.
Over 60 decks. and
Yes.
she will give you guys a free reading right now.
Mm.
So, Tiffany, while we wait, why don't you let the audience know how you got into reading tarot cards?
So I got reading into tarot, especially because my great grandmother was somebody that was a white witch. She would do a lot of reading and oracle decks, and she would also go to bless people's homes. So it's kind of a family generation um, skill and gift that has been passed down. So that's where I got it. And my intuition has been very much dead on. Even prior to tarot and oracle decks, I'd have a lot of people come up to me and ask me about a lot of personal things and how to deal with it. So the oracle decks just reinforce, because some people they need a visual concept, but usually I usually hit it dead on. So that's why I started it, to help people even more in their life.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. And so, with reading these tarot cards, you actually have helped numerous people in their situations.
Yes, I have, including helping people with deceased loved ones. I can pick up on that too, especially for some that didn't have a proper way of saying goodbye, is the way I look at it, especially if it was sudden.
Fantastic. Well, while we're waiting, how about can we do a reading for me until we get a client?
Sure, Brian. Let's see what's going to happen to you this week.
Ooh, I can't wait.
So let's see what comes towards Brian this week.
What deck are we using?
The Vintage Ancestor deck.
Ooh.
So the bottom of the deck, I have ancestors. So usually loved ones around you or loved ones from the other side that have already passed are surrounding you and maybe leaving reminders for you, trying to get your emphasis and pointing out things that maybe were important to them, and they're trying to leave reminders for you. That way, even though, let me explain this, even though people have physically passed away, they're always still with us in spirit, and they always leave reminders of themselves for us. And a lot of times they have a funny way of getting our attention in the oddest, strangest ways. Um, the next card I have is reflection. So taking time to take in everything and taking a time out to deeply reflect on what is important, what do I need to set my priorities on, stuff like that. The next card I have is surrender. So surrendering to God, the universe, whatever you believe in, and just trust that there's always going to be a better way of trying to excel yourself much better, just like the butterflies are going towards heaven, right?
Right.
I have gratitude. So you may receive gratitude from someone that's very close to you, or you may express gratitude to somebody that may be helping you come in to achieve a task or something. And the very bottom I have is healing. So healing old wounds, old scars. Not all scars are visible. Everybody goes through their ups and downs, and some people don't like to talk about it, and that's fine, but you'll find healing. So that's what I got for you.
Very nice. My future's looking brighter already. So come on, people. Come get your free tarot card reading. She is 100% on point, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going to find this every day. This is a free tarot card reading, and she is the legit real deal. So while we're waiting for our next victimized customer, I'd like to take this time to tell everybody a little bit about Parapost Network. It's a Facebook-like atmosphere, but for the paranormal enthusiasts, investigators, has anything to do with the paranormal. All you have to do is go to the Google Play Store, download the Parapost Network app. It runs on Android, Apple, iOS. It runs on laptops, computers, tablets. And if you don't want to download the app, just go to parapost.net and start today.
That sounds pretty amazing.
Oh, it is a fantastic site. So, Tiffany,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about your ancestry. What's your background while we're waiting for another client to say they want a reading?
Well, my ancestry is with German. My last name is Irish and Mexican. So I have quite the interesting variety. Um, my grandfather, George Reynolds, he is from West Virginia. His ancestors from Ireland. Um, he left West Virginia from a farm boy to be military at Fort Bliss. My grandpa George met my grandmother in El Paso. She is from Juarez, Mexico, and my dad is Mexican as well, and my mom is German American.
Well, what part of Mexico did your dad come from?
Juarez, Chihuahua, Mexico, which is right across from El Paso, Texas. It's a city literally over the bridge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And as a little girl, we would, me and my dad and my sister would go back and forth to Juarez and to the United States. Tigger.
Oh, that's got to be cool. I mean, you just walk across a bridge and you're in a new country, new town, and right on back to El Paso. And
Yeah. And lots of fun snacks. We would always go over there for goodies. So that's what we would do a lot.
nice. Very nice. Remember, folks, for those of you who are watching, you're missing out on getting a free tarot card reading here. If you're interested, just pop in the comments and say, I'd like a reading, and we'll be much obliged. Well, I should say Tiffany will be much obliged. So, what's your take on the paranormal, Tiffany?
The paranormal, usually a lot of people experience the paranormal. And I really do believe that a lot of people that believe and are open minded usually are the ones that have the most stories. Um, Me, myself, I have experienced a lot of things since I was a child, paranormal. I've seen a lot of orbs. When my great grandma passed away, I've seen her. My grandpa Charlie passed away around Christmas time, and usually when he's visiting me, it always smells like his cologne, and I can always feel his presence with me. So I definitely believe.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. I ran a team for 8 years here in Spokane, and I'm a I've seen some stuff that would make people double take and go, "What?"
Yeah, absolutely. And I've seen shadow people, orbs. I've seen everything pretty much.
Oh man, that is just crazy. What's
Yeah.
the the weirdest thing you've seen?
The weirdest thing was when I went into the Alamo around February 2017, and it was the anniversary of the Alamo, and it was 3 months, January, February, March. When I went there, I went to the glass case of the Mexican soldier uniform they have on display from Phil Collins. He donated a lot of artifacts that actually they found at the Alamo. When I went there, the uniform, everything, the guns are in glass, and it smelled like the gun was just shot off. It's not like gunpowder from back in the old day. But these, that's not possible because these guns are over 300, 400 years old. There's no way that they were shot or anything. So they're all behind glass. So there's no way. And as I got closer to the uniform, I saw a lot of images of fighting, cannon battles, just a lot of the things that probably happened there. It was so strange. It was making me nauseated that I had to actually leave.
Oh wow. And have you ever felt like that before?
At historic places and items, but yeah, the memories of what occurred there. Yeah, I've had something similar at the Austin State Building.
Oh wow. The one time that I ever got physically sick at an investigation, I was in Colfax, Washington, St.
Colville.
Ignatius Hospital,
Oh wow.
and I decided to go in there and taunt the hell out of whatever was in there before I knew what was in there.
Uh-oh. That's
Yeah,
never.
that was my first attachment.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, about 8 months it took to get that thing off me.
oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
6 stagings and 3 blessings.
Oh my goodness. That's wow. Yeah. But usually, you know what, Brian, places like hospitals, old jails, places that harbor a lot of emotion and a lot of death and a lot of uncertainty are usually the places that carry a lot of those kind of entities, I believe.
And, I definitely have to agree with you on that one. There's a lot of really haunted places that can carry a lot of not only good energy but also bad energy as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Raymond G. Newsom pops in. Evening, everybody. Mr.
Hey,
Raymond, good evening. Would you like a tarot card reading tonight, good sir? So should I play the Jeopardy music while we wait?
if you want to.
And a little bit of do 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 do. I'm just kidding. I won't annoy everybody with that. That would drive me crazy hearing that on a podcast. I'd be like, no, no, Alex Trebek, no nightmares.
Yeah.
So for everybody that's watching, this is a place where you can get a free tarot card reading. So put your comment down below and get your free tarot card reading right now. Come on, folks. I see 2 of you watching. Come on. See, you try to entice them. Bait, line, and hooker. Love or career, dear, surprise me, Mr. Raymond G. Newsom.
What
Miss
about
Tiffany, do your magic, darling. And which deck shall we be using?
So this is one of my new decks. This is one of the vintage tarot. I'm
Ooh.
a vintage person, so I like a little bit of variety.
Oh yeah, everybody like a little bit of variety.
So for you, I am going to do love. So I'm going to do some tarot and some oracle.
Now, Raymond, if we don't get anybody else on here tonight, then we'll do your career too, buddy.
So at the bottom of the deck, I have Seven of Pentacles. So usually in the love department of tarot, Seven of Pentacles refers to planting your seeds and waiting for to see what comes out of it. Sometimes it could also mean that you have been either trying to invest in somebody and see what comes out of it, or you're keeping your options open and seeing what's going to come towards you. I also have strength, which is Leo energy. Strength is usually holding back words and grudges, or sometimes it can also mean moving forward and having the strength, removing ourselves from something that wasn't serving our highest purpose, especially cutting ties with someone who we felt like we were waiting for forever. Um, I also have the Emperor, which is Aries. Emperor is somebody that is not very emotionally available, but is somebody that's firm in his ground. This is somebody that he's more of like a king. He knows what he wants. He knows what he's doing in his life. So you or somebody around you might have Aries. I also have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is usually Gemini energy. Um, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken. This is somebody that they do not deal with players or somebody that disrespect them. They're not going to have that. Or maybe you know somebody that's like this. You or this other individual. But they will stand firmly in their ground. They do not take no BS from nobody.
Oh,
Swords is praying, taking a time out, trying to get our life figured out. Maybe you took a break from this person, or maybe you want to get back with this person, or you're waiting for this person. It could be vice versa. Okay, it does not always have to be you. And the Four of Wands, which is the marriage card. So somebody could be waiting to offer a love of marriage, or somebody here was not being totally honest that they already may be married. I'm going to use the Oracle deck. So tell
oh.
me about the situation.
And what are we doing the Oracle deck on?
The love. So this one is one that I use. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to show you, okay, codependency. Somebody may be codependent. Somebody may be using somebody else for a place to live at. Somebody may also have hidden addictions that they're not telling you about, or this is you. So codependency is at the bottom. Wedding. This situation involves a marriage. So yes, somebody here may already be married. Um, let your friends help you. Ask and accept support from others. So in this situation, it might be best that your friends kind of help you get out of this one, especially if somebody's not emotionally available. I have released your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So if you're dealing with somebody that was kind of putting you as a second, third, or fifth priority, it is time to release that person because there may be something better for you. Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So maybe this particular person that you're dealing with is kind of flirtatious. And that's what they're saying is might not be a good idea. And once you release them, you will actually find that special someone that will invest in their time and efforts. That's what I have for you.
Beautiful. Raymond, please let us know in the comments if how accurate she was. Shannon Boomgard, you are up next, but the beloved light says, "Hi, may I ask a question?"
Absolutely.
All right, and as we're waiting for that question, we'll bring on Shannon Boomgard. Would like a reading.
Sure, Shannon. Let me give you Oracle decks. I think that will help you out the most. I'm not going to use. All right, Shannon, I have wisdom. So you might need to evaluate wisdom, or you have the wisdom within you about shining light on something. But in this picture, she's trying to actually reach for the moon. So there may also be something that you're wishing to attain, but it may acquire some kind of higher wisdom or some kind of study that you're trying to find. The second one I have is pleasure. So seeking pleasure in life. Um, you may be somebody that pleasure is not really experienced because a lot of people that get this card, they're usually somebody that's a hard worker and they don't really get to experience life because they're always about work or they always put their family and friends first, that they tend to forget about themselves and enjoying life's simplest moments. So, I mean, it's okay to be like that, but you might need to have a little bit more time for yourself. Growth. So, there may be something in your life that if you take a deeper look, it would actually grow and blossom. It could be an ideal or a project, or it could be something that somebody has mentioned to you before that maybe you might want to relook at, or because there's something that could have a good potential for you. The next one I have is patience. So having patience, patience with growth means that this might be something that might take a week or two, a couple of months, but it's going to be kind of like a flower, from a seed to a flower. It's going to take a little bit of time to get there. And then the last one I have is new beginnings. So usually new beginnings means new open doors, new opportunities to places, faces, and new uh, journeys in life. And they can be anything from going overseas, new job, new house, new friends. There's so many endless possibilities with new beginnings.
Beautiful. Raymond says, "A lot of interesting points, but I'm not one to kiss and tell." Oh, Raymond, you're killing us over here, man. You're killing us.
So yeah, sometimes, and like I said, it could be vice versa. It could be you or it could be the person you're dealing with, but you would know more or less.
Beloved Light says, thanks. I would like to know if my hot foot powder work on agrima.
Hot powder. Let's
I
see.
I have no clue what that means. Gonna
I
be
have
honest.
I have no idea either.
All right. This beloved light is to see if your hot foot powder will work on your agrima. Kind of a unique question there. And
Yeah.
Shannon says yes, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Beloved light says hot foot powder keeps unwanted people away. Awesome.
Okay. So for you, I got seek the truth. So if you're asking about that particular protection spell, there may be some people that have welcomed themselves into your life that you may feel may be draining, manipulative, lying, or backstabbing. You have a reason why you feel that particular way with these individuals. You can feel it or you can sense that something is not particularly right about them. The second card I have is challenge your perception. So, whatever I pull that card with seek the truth, there may be somebody in your circle that may wear a particular mask. They may smile at you and have another ugly face when they're not around you. That's why you're seeking some kind of protection. And from what I have so far, you may want to use that. Absolutely. Surrender to the flow and know that you are being guided by the universe or whatever that you believe in. And you may need to seek the lesson. So if you're dealing with somebody like that, um, some people are more of a lesson than a blessing. And that's just putting it nicely. Some people, they will show you their true face. And then I have protect the wild and green. So using natural remedies, absolutely, it should ward off these particular individuals. She has an actual sword right here. So she's very defensive. She does not want to let her guard down because she knows that she needs to be up and defensive and protect what she loves. And it says protect the wild and green. So speaking of it, you're using a natural remedy that comes from Mother Earth. So if you are a very spiritually in tune person, yes, you are being guided to use that to protect yourself from these particular individuals.
Perfect. Well, she says, beloved light says yes. Okay, I live with her. And ugh. Shannon says, yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome,
And,
Shannon.
Raymond G. Newsom says, after career, if you have time later and you're bored, an evaluation of my abilities.
I can do that next week for you.
And beloved light says, thank you for that.
You're welcome, beloved.
Now, if she's hitting on point, people, don't be afraid to let us know in the comments. And as always, please go to the YouTube channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I feel like we're on a roll. We are rocking and rolling here, Tiffany. And when I say we, I mean you. I'm just the mouthpiece.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just the guy that cracks the occasional funny. God, I feel sorry now. So while we're waiting for our next customer here, how old were you when you first started reading your tarot cards?
I was actually 22 years old. 22.
Nice. Raymond said, sounds like a plan. Listen, I'm here most nights. Ask Brian. Yes, Raymond is one of our very good followers. He hardly ever misses a podcast. And thank you, Raymond, for your dedication. I'm glad you're liking the shows, man. And like I said, when I debut Parathrashed here in just a few weeks, me and you, buddy, me and you.
Fiesta at midnight. Right, Brian?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, is there something you would like to tell our audience there, Tiffany? Something that might be happening here pretty soon?
Yes. So next week, I will be having a special broadcast, and Brian also knows about it, but it will be a surprise for the audience next week.
You know, we run these shows about an hour. So I'll tell you what. How about next week we run just for your new thing you're unveiling? What if we ran a special 2-hour show next week
That sounds pretty awesome.
from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m.? Holy crap, I'm missing comments here. Christina Beasley says, hello. Christina, if you would like a reading, just say the magic words and Tiffany will do her thing. Raymond says, absolutely, man. I'm here to have fun and support everyone I can. See, that's why I love you, Raymond. You're my boy. You're my boy. Beloved Light says, I'm new to tarot. When shuffling cards, how do you know when the right cards have come out? Sometimes I think my shuffling sucks and wrong cards come out, so I put them back in the deck.
So I'm going to demonstrate for you.
Ooh, a live demonstration. I like where this is going.
So this is one of my bigger decks. This is an oracle deck. So some readers, they
Oh,
like to do it this way.
yes, Christina, the reading is free. Sorry, go ahead, Tiffany. Just letting Christina know that the readings are free.
It's all right. Or some people do it this way. It's whatever makes you feel comfortable. Now, the cards that fall out may actually be of very significance. If you keep getting a particular card, no matter how many times you put it back and keep falling out, please pay attention because it may pertain to you and your situation or somebody that you are trying to read for. Usually in the deck, you have at least 78 cards. Now, if it's an oracle deck, it varies. This is an oracle deck. Now, an actual tarot card deck, to do my vintage, an actual tarot card deck has 78 cards. So when you are actually pulling out the cards that fall out like this, take them because they are very particular for you or the situation or for the person that you are reading for. Every person is going to get different cards. Not every situation is going to be the same. Now, the difference between tarot is that these are major life milestones, guide stones. An oracle deck is usually can help indicate further into what a person means specifically. Some people like to read for different kinds of people. Some prefer to help people heal. Some people, they may even write their own messages. that are channeled for a particular person when asking about love interest. Some people only like love, some people only like career. Every tarot card is reader. Every tarot card has its own personality. So some readers have particular decks, but the decks usually choose you in that situation. So out of all my decks that I've had, those are ones that I felt drawn to. So that's why I have all these decks that I have. I hope that
Beautiful.
question.
That that helped me out. And I don't even know the first thing about tarot cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
Giovanni says, "Greetings, ladies and gents."
hello.
Christina says, "Okay, I'm down with the reading. LOL. As long as it's good."
All
And
right.
Beloved Light says, "Thank you." Christina says, "Very interesting." And hi. And
Yeah.
Giovanni, if you would like to be our last customer of the night, we can make that happen. All right. So let's rock and roll with Christina Beasley's tarot card reading, Tiffany.
All right. Let me do. I'm gonna use this one. All right. So Christina.
I am scared for you, Christina, as I'm always scared to get my reading done as well.
All right. So at the bottom of the deck, I have Earth Chalice. So you may be somebody that holds a lot of emotions because a chalice actually holds a lot of water, wine, and etc. But it also could be a bearer of a cup holding high emotions. The next card I have is gifts. So you may have some unexplored gifts that you're ready to share to the world. You may be somebody that's artistic. You may be somebody that's highly musical. You might be somebody that's very poetic. But whatever you have is a particular gift that the world may need to know about or you're ready to share with. Gratitude. So receiving gratitude and also giving gratitude is one of the greatest gifts we can give to each other. Dormant aspects. So maybe there's been some things that you've been thinking about, you've been sleeping on it, and some of these things kind of bother you, just like this dragon's looking at this lady down here, and he's like, excuse me, what about this and this and this? You may also have some worries about certain things that tend to always be on your mind, and you always put them on the back burner until next week, next month, or whenever you want to deal with it. The next one I have is companions. So having friends and family and some kind of support is best in this situation. So, or it could be somebody that you just particularly get along with, you may admire, or this person is someone that brings a lot of support to you with people they know. And the last card I have is Merlin. So Merlin is a famous wizard. He is deeply respected. He is also very wise and very magical, so to speak. So you may be admiring somebody from afar that gives you inspiration, or maybe it's this person that's looking at you like, why is Merlin, can you please teach me a new magic trick? There may be something about your gift that this person admires. Both of you may even admire each other from the distance. And that's what I have.
Boom. See, that wasn't so bad, Christina. That actually turned out better than I thought. All right. And last but not least, Giovanni says, "Oh, I wanted to join in." Well, congratulations. You, Giovanni, are our last reading of the night. Tiffany, my dark princess, work your magic. I told you I'd get that line in tonight.
So I'm going to use
Christina, oh, hang
tell.
on one second.
Okay,
Um, Christina says, "Wow, very interesting. I am a skeptic, but everything you said sounds about right. LOL. Thank you so much for that."
you're welcome.
Woo, my dark princess, you are on fire tonight.
I sure am.
All right, Giovanni, this one is for you. I hope you're still watching.
So at the bottom of the deck, I have promises. So you may have promised somebody something, or somebody made promises to you, and you hold this person in high regards about this certain expectation, or maybe you. The next card I have is courage. So having the courage to stand up to something, or to someone, but also just taking that step to get our life moving forward is one of the biggest steps, and it's not always going to be easy, but that's why you need courage. Expectations. Somebody may have expectations of you, or you're dealing with somebody that has, it could be vice versa. If you're not dealing in a romantic relationship, it could be a friend or a particular family member that they have very high expectations, or you're expected, depending on where you're from, your religion, your background, your culture, whatever it is, there may be high regards into expectations. Intimacy. So intimacy could be, of course, love, but it could also, having intimate relationships with your friends and family, right? Supporting each other, having each other's back. It's a friendship, right? With the most unconditional love. I also have rites of passage. So you might be somebody that comes from some kind of background where you have certain rites that you partake in. You could be a certain religion, a certain background or ethnicity. And it could be a culture thing too. And the last thing I have is secrets. So you may be dealing with somebody that has secrets, or you have a lot of secrets that you've been holding back from somebody. So she's clutching her chest, or she's not really speaking up. So somebody has secrets, um, that they don't look very happy about, because she actually looks pretty sad about it. So
Oh,
that's what I have.
well, all right, guys. Christina says, "I love your hat too, OMG," and
Thank,
says, "Have a great rest of the show, guys." A smiley face and a heart.
thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Christina. I absolutely love this show. I love watching Tiffany do this and how amazing she is at what she does. Giovanni says, "Thank you very much."
You're welcome, Giovanni.
Giovanni, you are quite welcome. Well, Tiffany, we got a few minutes left. Do you want to see if somebody else wants a reading, or do you just want to go ahead and end it?
I could take one more person for tonight.
All right, one more person for tonight. How long do they have to put a message in there before we end it?
3 minutes.
All right, you heard it, folks. 3 minutes to go. Get your message in there. Get your free reading today. God, I sound like the guy who's selling ShamWow, don't I?
That's
I
all right.
just noticed that. Holy crap. That's it. I'm quitting the podcast. I'm quitting the ghost hunting, and I'm going to go work on television as the new ShamWow guy.
That's all right, Brian.
Brian James here with the ShamWow. Oh, good Lord. All right, folks, we got 2 minutes left. Come on. Somebody pop in. Who is our lucky last member of the night? I'm excited. Are you excited, Tiffany?
I'm excited.
Oh, I can hear it in your voice. Come on, folks. We got 2 minutes. Come on. You're killing me with the suspense here, guys. Come on. So, Tiffany,
Mm-hmm.
before we end our show tonight, once again, please reiterate to our fans what is taking place next week.
Next week, I will be having a special presentation with Brian. It will be 2 hours, but it is a special edition of my tarot show. So tune in next week to see what it is.
Is it kind of like a siesta? And we're going to get maracas and play some music? I mean, the suspense is killing me here. I got to know what it is.
A siesta is a nap time, Brian. It's a fiesta is a party.
I knew that. I was just testing you, seeing how your Spanish was. God.
We might have some music. We might have some music.
Ooh. I like it. It's kind of like the kiss and don't tell thing that Raymond mentioned here. All right, folks. Well, unfortunately, your time for tarot cards is over. But don't forget to tune in this Sunday, 7 p.m. for Shadow Zone Para Talk with your ghost host, Brian James. 7 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. And also don't forget to tune in next Tuesday to Into the Mystic with Shannon Boomgard as we talk about the Crystal Skull. Anything you'd like to say, Miss Tiffany, before we go?
Everybody have a blessed evening. Happy Good Friday early in advance, and have a wonderful Easter and stay blessed. Blessed be.
Most definite. And of course, for me, have a hauntingly good night and a ghoulishly good day. Happy hippity hop day. And once again, hit that like and subscribe. We love y'all. We'll see you next Tuesday or
Bye.
Thursday. Next Thursday. I caught myself. Thursday. Peace out, guys. Much love and blessed be.
Bye.